Greetings, friend. We are back with yet another video about your favorite game, Poppy Playtime. Today, we will dive into the question many people were speculating about. It is connected with our previous video about the prototype and dead mascots. As you could have guessed already, we will talk about KISSY MISSY and what could possibly happen to her, and we'll try to reveal how the prototype is involved in this. Before talking about what happened to Kissy, let us rehearse what we saw at the end of Chapter 3. After defeating Catnap and stopping the gas production in the Playcare facility, we have reunited with Poppy and KISSY MISSY. Poppy told us that Catnap was the final obstacle on our way to the prototype. We were ready to go directly to him and destroy evil for good. However, right before joining us at the elevator, some unknown entity attacked Kissy and prevented her from getting to us. Player and Poppy had no way of helping her either as the elevator continued to go down. We could only listen to Kissy's scream until the screen went black. Her fate remains unknown, and we can only speculate that saving her will be one of our main goals in Chapter 4. We were left with questions. What actually happened to Kissy? Who attacked her? Are we going to manage to save her in Chapter 4? Was it the prototype? Today we will try to give an answer to each of these questions. First, let us remember what Poppy said one more time. From her words, Catnap was the last enemy we had to face before going after the prototype. What does this exactly mean for us? It means that there are not that many entities that could have attacked Kissy. More than that, presumably, there is no one left on the prototypes who can stop us. With all said, with no doubts, it was 1006 himself who attacked Kissy and prevented her from getting into the elevator. 1006 got strong enough to be dangerous physically. Compare his appearances in Chapter 2 and Chapter 3. At first, we saw him as a small and weak hand which was moving very slowly, as if the host was using their last bits of energy. It was almost like the prototype did not even had the full control over that claw of his, and with the limits, he had 1006 only could take Mommy's body away. He was not ready to face the player. While in Chapter 3, we see the prototype's claws get bigger, stronger, faster. He is powerful enough to burst through Catnap's spine and kill him, something the previous version of him absolutely wouldn't be able to do. However, between Chapter 2 and 3, 1006 obviously has gained some strength. Now he possesses the real danger to the player, Poppy and Kissy. With all said, with no doubts, one entity which attacked KISSY MISSY in the end of Chapter 3 was the prototype. After consuming Catnap, he might have become even more dangerous, and Kissy probably did not stand a chance against him at all. 1006 did not want to stop us from going further on our path. However, he wanted to separate the player and Poppy with their companion. This is why he attacked only after the elevator has already started to move. Now the question is, what exactly does the prototype want from KISSY MISSY? If you rehearse our previous videos, you'd remember what exactly 1006 does with the bodies of the mascots he collects. Is he going to do the same to Kissy? First of all, do you remember the fate of the mascots the prototype has taken away with him? They are being made part of the 1006 body. He takes the best parts of each mascot and applies them to himself. Catnap, for example, can produce the red smoke completely by himself, which is very useful since the player has shut down the gas production in the 3rd chapter. Same goes with other monsters. Each had a special quality the prototype wanted to incorporate into him. However, the situation with Kissy is different. There is arguably nothing useful about her the prototype does not already have. As you remember, in Chapter 1, the player has defeated Huggy Wuggy. He fell down in the bottom of the factory. Later in Chapter 2, we visited the place where he presumably ended, but there was no body or remains there, meaning that either Huggy survived and escaped, or the prototype got him. Surviving such a fall is arguably possible, and even if it is, the person will suffer serious traumas and will be on the edge of death. Huggy Wuggy couldn't make it by himself, so the only explanation on why his body is not there is that the prototype has taken him. Now, if we have settled that 1006 has collected Huggy's body and incorporated some parts of it which are arguably the teeth, the question is, why does he need Kissy? She is physically the same as Huggy, and does not have any major differences or special abilities the prototype might have wanted. There were plenty of other possibilities when he could have attacked Kissy and obtained her qualities, but 1006 did not do so. This means that the prototype's goal is not to kill Kissy, but to capture her alive. She is no use to him dead. As we remember, 1006 was a power to indoctrinate other mascots, submit them to his will, and he might use this ability of his on Kissy. More than that, he already did it once during the Hour of Joy. She attacked the Playtime Company employees, just as all the other mascots. It does not really fit her friendly personality during the game timeline, so the only reasonable explanation is that someone mentally forced her to kill people, and the only entity capable of doing so is the prototype. There is no reason why 1006 wouldn't try to do this trick again and force Kissy against us. This would actually be a very smart move, because as Poppy said, the prototype has no more allies or minions to operate. He was left alone, and it would be reasonable for him to indoctrinate Kissy on his side. This means, what before getting to 1006 himself, we will have to defeat Kissy and bring her back to our side. The question is, what will we have to do to stop Kissy and turn her back to the light side? Knowing the developers of Poppy Playtime Mob Entertainment, they can do whatever they want, even force us to kill Kissy. This would be a pivotal and emotional moment for both us and Poppy, and this will make us even more united in our goal of defeating the prototype. However, this is just a speculation. But right now we can definitely say that Kissy Missy is alive, and the prototype will not kill her, as it won't make any sense for him. 1006 will turn our friend against us in Chapter 4, and before reaching the prototype, we will have to fight Kissy and make her herself, and only after that, we will have a chance to defeat the evil and stop the horrors of the Playtime Co. If it was not for Kissy, the player would never get this far. Forcing her against us and Poppy would be the last move the prototype could go out of desperation. Surely Mob Entertainment will give us a chance to save her. We can only wonder what will happen to Poppy if one of her closest friends dies right before we reach our goal. What if this emotional moment will reveal something about Poppy, which will help us win? Well, these are just guesses. But what do you think? Who attacked Kissy at the end of Chapter 3? What will happen to her in Chapter 4? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. Hit the bell to receive notification about the upcoming videos. We have got plenty of content on the way. Until next time.